Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a build guide for the Fiendish Succubus class mod in Baldur's Gate 3. This is part of the Fiendish and Fiery Succubus class by Nia and Viper44. This is now available on console, so we'll be going over a full build guide here. There's two different subclasses. I will be focusing on the Fiendish subclass. It's more control focused, where the Fiery Succubus is a bit more damage focused, but if you want to use the Fire, you can still use this build guide alongside it. Now, with this, we get special charm points. These are used to spellcast the recovered per long rest, and we can recover them by using things like Draining Kiss, which is one of our abilities. We also get the distracting form, which is basically adding our charisma modifier to our armor class when we're not wearing armor. And then also with this, if you're not wearing armor and an enemy attacks you, they receive 2 stacks of lust. Essentially, this is radiating orbs, but cool. So yeah, with the Fiendish subclass, we do get the Succubus command here using charm points. Command is such a good spell. Shapeshift as well is nice too. This lets us use some of the Githyanki items. And then we also get the Caressing Touch, which you can give disadvantage on the next attack roll to an enemy. The Ray of Lust, which is 1d8 of psychic damage and inflicts 2 turns of lust. So this is kind of like an Eldritch Blast with a debuff. And then the Fiendish Charm here, charming humanoids to prevent them from attacking you as a bonus action for 3 turns. It's a wisdom save. And we also get the subclass feature, the Charming Resilience. You have resistance to psychic damage, taking only half damage from it. This applies to the Fiery subclass, gets fire damage resistance. Psychic is a little bit better against the Mind Flayers, however. Now for her ability scores, I like to go with obviously 16 Charisma. This is added to our armor class, and as well Dexterity 16 and 14 Constitution, 10 Intelligence, and Wisdom. Dexterity is good because initiative is so nice, especially if we can debuff the enemy pretty quickly before getting into a fight. Now, once we get to level 2, we also get some special abilities here with another charm point, and we get the Draining Kiss ability, which is a 1d6 psychic plus 1d12, and you lay a kiss upon your charmed enemy by your Fiendish Charm, regaining half as many health points, recover 2 charm points of success, 1 on failure. And then we also get ourselves the Lust Step, teleport to an area you can see, and land with an explosion of lust that inflicts the 2 turns of the minus attack rolls. Uses 2 charm points and a bonus action. Basically, Misty Step with a debuff explosion. It's great. Level 3 gives us the increased movement speed by 1.5 meters or 5 feet. And then we also get ourselves the Lust Beam, the Miku Miku Beam, 2d8 of psychic damage, call down a beam of arousing energy that damages any creature that enters the beam and starts the turn in its area. Each turn, spin to the beam, it applies the 2 stacks of lust, and then you can use an action to move the beam 18 meters. So this is kind of like a moon beam, but different. Then there's also Psychic Blade, which is like Shadow Blade, but requires concentration. And the Entracing Gaze, 3d6 psychic damage, a 1 turn of Entrace, and then if you fail it, it's half the amount of damage on a successful save. Now, level 4, we also get some fun things here with our Heartbreaker. Release, they would have given everything for you. Release your charm over an enemy early and break their heart. Filled with rage and regret, they only want to attack you, so you can force them to just attack you, which is kind of a sweet way to play. Song of Sleep here. The creatures must make a wisdom saving throw or fall asleep. You can move, but cannot take any actions while performing the song. And then we also get ourselves the Absorb Energy 1d8 of psychic damage, deal additional 1d8 of psychic damage each turn activating the spell, and recover 1 charm point per activation. We also get our first feat here, and I would recommend either a Dexterity or a Charisma increase. I think Charisma is better. Alert is also nice because of Alert being like the best feat in the game. You can take it if you'd like. Drain Mind at level 5 gives us a 2d10 psychic damage, draining a creature's mind. Its Wisdom is below 9 and takes damage and is stunned. Otherwise, Wisdom is reduced by 3. Stunning a target gives them no turn, so that's obviously really good. It turns the action economy in your favor. We also got the Compel Creature, which allows you to compel any creature that's charmed by you to fight alongside you for 1 turn. Then we also got the Destroy Minds, an interruption of psychic energy, deals psychic damage to charmed enemies and inflicts 1 turn of Entranced. And then we also got ourselves Charm Creature, which allows us to charm anyone as a bonus action for 3 turns Wisdom save. This one applies to non-humanoids, so you can apply this over a Woodwoad, I guess, so you could go with. A level 6 subclass feature, we get the Honeyed Words. Your expertise in flattery and manipulation gives you a bonus to persuasion checks. And then we also get ourselves a Mesmerizing Dance. Perform an entrancing dance that mesmerizes enemies that are unable to take actions. This is a concentration for ourselves. And then we also get the Succubus Invigoration, which allows us to heal for 2d8 plus 4, which is based off our Charisma modifier. So pretty decent. Level 7, more movement speed, 3 meters or 10 feet. We get the Infernal Chain. Bind your target with an Infernal Chain that renders it unable to move, cast spells, or take other actions, and attacks against it will have advantage. This is a concentration as well with a Dex save. Then we also got the Charm Field, 1d8 of psychic damage, and it'll make a target charmed if they don't succeed that wisdom saving throw. Concentration. And then we got the Conjure Fiendish Ally, which gives you a minor version of the Cambion here, which has the Ray of Lust, Caressing Touch, Draining Kiss, and Fiendish Charm. Pretty cool stuff. Level 8, another charm point, Drain Life Force, allows you to drain a charmed enemies. with less than 50% of its remaining health points, causing it to instantly die. Creatures who save take 1 to 10 psychic damage, recover 1 charm point. Now, another thing is this class is somewhat decently balanced. It's nothing's too overpowered, which is nice to see. The White Mind lets you take a charmed enemy and make them confused for 3 turns, which is pretty good because confusion's so powerful. And then we get another ability score improvement. We could go with Charisma or Alert, I think, which is the better choice here, allowing us to go first and set up our crowd control. Level 9 gives us our Ethereal Escape. When damaged, spend a reaction to escape to Ethereal Plane, basically banishing yourself for a turn as a reaction to avoid getting hurt. Control Mind, make a humanoid charmed by your power, fight alongside you. This is basically dominate person, but they have to be charmed. And then we got the Psychic Wave. Unleash a wave of psychic energy that hypnotizes and charms foes caught within its blast. 10 turns of hypnotizing, or 2 turns of hypnotizing, 10 turns of charmed, 4 charm points to cast that. Pretty decent. Now, once we get to level 10, we can control creature, allowing us to take over the mind of a creature for 10 turns, and charming defense, have all damage from all sources. Pretty good stuff there. Makes us very tanky, especially if we use the Heartbreaker to make the enemy focus on us. We also got Mastered Light Footwork, 4.5 or 15 feet of more movement speed. And you get the ability to fly here like the Draconic Sorcerer. And Domination Aura. Unleash an aura of controlled energy that makes all charmed enemies fight alongside you. It's pretty good. Honestly, this is actually probably the best ability that we do get. Making it so we can take enemies over and actually a large amount too. Then we get at level 12, the Unwavering Loyalty. Force a humanoid charmed by your power to fight alongside you for 4 turns. It cannot escape from you. And yeah, this ends if you go down. And then we also get the Destroy Psych, which is 10d6 plus 40 psych damage. Unleash a thin purple ray of psych energy from your finger and destroy the mind of an enemy. This is where this... So up until level 11, the Fiery subclass is better. And then once we get this swings things heavy in our favor because we didn't have any consistent high damage options. And this is a pretty good one. So Wisdom save, but the thing is, the Resonant Stone will double this damage. So yeah. Then we also get the Manipulation. Basically, this gives us more Persuasion bonuses too. And for the final feat, I would just recommend taking your Charisma all the way at 20. Just makes sense for this build. And for the outfit, I am using the Ethereal Threads mod. There's a lot of really great outfits in that. All right, now one thing is that the armor class does not get the bonus from our Charisma if we are using a shield. So what's funny is we got 22 right now. Throw on a shield, we go to 19. This is similar to how the Monk works, but not the Barbarian. So we actually want to go without and use a staff here, I guess, in one hand, because it just gives us the higher armor class value. We could also, I guess, use some funny things. Use like the Psychic Blade and then put Belm in the offhand. So that is an option too if you really want to use the Psychic Blade here, although this does require concentration, and you can upcast it like Shadow Blade, so Larian's version's way stronger, which is kind of funny for a mod. Now, we also got the Birthright Hat. This will boost up the Charisma. It's always a great choice for any Charisma-based class. The Robe of the Weave, or Hood of the Weave, I guess, could work as well for a +2, but this will also give a bonus to our armor class. And then also the Cloak Protection armor class, we just need that. Robe of the Weave will give us a +1 to spell save DC and spell attack rolls, and a +2 to armor class that gives us a 22 AC. However, I think if we want to go for the outfit that makes the most sense here, we're going to use the Wave Mother's Robe. This will drop down our armor class a little bit, but I think that this outfit just fits thematically, so yeah, you can use that as well, which gives you resistance to fire and cold damage, but we also got ways to half all damage, so the true best is probably the Robe of the Weave, even though I think that the Wave Mother's Robe is more fun, and I just use the Aphrodite die from Favorite Colors. I think that this looks great on that. Now, since we got Psychic damage, the Brain Drain Gloves are perfect here. So whenever we apply Psychic damage, we get Mental Fatigue on the enemy for 2 turns. This gives them -2 to their Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma saving throws. So this is great for us landing some of our other spells. And then we also got the Boots, Storm, and Clamor because we stack a condition with Mental Fatigue. This gives us another free Reverberation stack. And I heard you like conditions, so we got ourselves the Coruscation Ring, which whenever we deal a spell damage with Light Source nearby, which if we got a friend with Nirolna, we will apply Radiating Orbs. And then we also get the Callous Glow Ring, which will also further apply Radiating Orbs. And if you wanted to go crazy, you could swap out the Brain Drain Gloves for like the Luminous Gloves, because this will deal radiant damage, allowing you to double up on your Radiation Orb application, but that's not required at all. I think the Brain Drain Gloves fit here better. Now, Markashker is great because this allows us to get lightning charges, which does have some pretty funny abilities. Bolt of Doom, get that extra chain lightning for free. We then also got our Conjure Ally there. We'll summon in. It uses... What's funny is we don't got traditional spell slots. We just have the charm points there to be able to use all of our abilities with. So we're actually kind of limited because we only have that many left, 10 points. And some of them, like the Destroy Psych, use 5 of them. So that is where we need to recover them through doing different things in combat. Alrighty then, this is kind of funny seeing us do. I never see this animation because I always use a shield with a staff, but we want to set up some of our psychic damage. So the psychic wave here is really nice because it has that huge activation window, so we can go ahead there. Sometimes you get lucky with hitting multiple people. Oh, we can get, no, we're missing one of the targets I want to hit, so you can only get 3 with this. So boom, that was actually pretty good. We applied mental fatigue and radiating orbs on that enemy, and we took out 2 more of them, so that's perfect. Now, we also got the lust beam here, which can be pretty decent because it's not it doesn't have a large area of effect, but it can be something decent enough. We can also teleport around applying the lust stacks there, do the mesmerizing dance. We got lots of great options, but again, we aren't very high in our overall damage output, so that's something to keep in mind. So destroy sight can be really nice, especially if you want to delete a target. Like, I hate this caster because it's got command. We are the crowd controller here. I'm actually going to blast him with this, and I hope that it takes him out. Actually, I might get a little closer because you can actually apply, yeah, now they got the weakness to psychic damage, so then we can go ahead with hopefully destroying their psych, but that's going to burn through our points really quickly. I just don't want to, yeah, 154. Wow, that hit hard. Yeah, that hit really hard. So great. Now we got the Fiendish Charm, I guess we can go with here. We don't have many other options, so I may as well apply this on this target here. And we can go again this target, and those 2 are too far. I'll just do it against these 2 here. Boom, we'll apply the charm there, so they're succubus charmed, and it also applies the reverberation onto them, so that's perfect too. And our little Cambion friend here, it's kind of cool. So it's got the ability to do the lust beam, the draining kiss there, which does actually a pretty good amount of damage. Pressing touch and fiendish charm there. The unfortunate part is it doesn't have the same movement speed that some of the others do have. So yeah, it's kind of limited to being kind of a, this is a terrible 16 hit chance. We're not hitting that. But yeah, it's in a weird spot like most summons with their attack rolls. Never going to land those. So if you get the Lithid ability to charm as well, that's also a nice thing to have because you can apply the charm. And then that'll also apply some of our debuffs. I'll just show that off there. So we'll go ahead and charm him. He now has reverberation too. So pretty cool. And we got hit with the wombo combo. We got commanded. That's not good. That's not good at all. Our 1 counter is the same thing that we do. The only downside to classes that are not wisdom based is that, and plus I was carrying the resonant stone to double the damage, so that gives us the weakness on the save against that, so we got hit with it, unfortunately. We're actually in a pretty bad position right now because we don't have any of our action points with charm points available, so all we can really do is hit with the Ray of Lust, which is not an ideal choice. I'm just going to smack this target with it. We'll do the crit. Oh, we would have hit anyways, because we do get that extra radiant and lightning damage on it. That's something at least. I guess we do have Mark Hesker chain lightning. We can hope that a 90% hit chance. I don't think this will chain around. I'll try 55. This target's dead. We'll try this. We'll try this. And that did it. Good, good, good. Okay, that was scary. Mark Hesker for the win. I didn't know if that was going to go well or not. I was getting hit with the command wombo combos there, and my team almost went down. But yeah, you got to be mindful to apply your charms. This works better. I was obviously trying to show off burst damage potential with the destroy psych. That has 5 points of cost. But a lot of these ones, like this one here, which charms a target and makes it fight alongside you for 4 turns, has a 5 cost as well. So you got to be constantly regaining your charm points by applying your stacks of lust there, charming the enemy, and then using your different abilities here. So yeah, this is a pretty fun subclass. The fiery one's a bit more straightforward, just damage with fiery spells. I want to cover this one because control spells are a little tricky to use sometimes, but that is the Fiendish and Fiery subclass mod by Neon Viper 44. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next video.